right, welcome back and welcome to Proverbs 7. So Proverbs 7 is another warning against adultery. I know we've hit this just back to back to back here, but the idea is that the father is trying to emphasize to the son the importance of remaining faithful within a marriage. So the structure of Proverbs 7, it can be broken up into three sections. We've got a short section at the beginning, a short section at the end, and kind of a big chunk of narrative right there in the middle. So if we look at the first section, verses 1 through 5, we see it starts off the same way these other father-son discourses have. The father says, "My son, keep my words and treasure up my commandments with you." Again, it's a call to listen and to value what's being said. We move on to verse 4, and it says, "Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call insight your intimate friend." Now, if you read that and you're like, okay, I'm done, that's it, I'm out, that's weird. Hold up, keep watching. So, sister was a term of endearment in the ancient Near East, especially in Egypt. And it's equivalent to saying, honey, or baby, or sweetie, or smoky poo, or, whatever term of endearment that you use with your significant other. That's what this is. It's a term of endearment. It's not this weird relationship by any means. And the big picture here really is that the father is encouraging his son to engage in an intimate relationship with Lady Wisdom. Now, obviously, that's a metaphorical relationship. It's not a physical relationship. And practically speaking, what does this look like? Well, it looks like the son, loves and values and desires, adores, cherishes wisdom. And that the son never stops seeking wisdom, and the son never stops using wisdom to guide and direct his decisions in life. That's what an intimate relationship with Lady Wisdom looks like. And so that sets up our next section, which would be verses 6 to 23. And here we see this kind of, the father, he was looking out the window and he witnessed one of these ordeals where, there's a young man and then there's this woman, and she was, trying to seduce him by saying, well, I've got these, fancy Egyptian linens here. Think Egyptian cotton, 600 thread sheets, super soft, super nice. I've got these at my house, and it smells like, these fragrances. It smells delightful. And it's really, it's really appealing to the senses, right? So touch and smell and all these different things. And she goes on to say that, oh, my husband's out of town. You've got nothing to worry about. So she's seducing him here. And the father characterized this as an ox being led off to slaughter. And an ox being led to slaughter only has one fate. And so we actually close this proverb out with something very similar in verses 24 to 27. We see in 27, the father says, her house is the way to Sheol, going down to the chambers of death. So, basically by succumbing to the temptation of adultery, it's an invitation of death is kind of the poetic picture here. So, yeah, Proverbs 7.